Comment. Remember, that takes too much time. Engine limitations. Or you have a lore excuse. None of that holds water in this conversation because this is an idealized Elder Scrolls V. And for the rest of it, I will see you all next time.
Find a bigger place yet?
Not yet.
It's nice and cozy. Yeah, I could really use some space here.
Oh, this is kind of cool.
Really? No. Nah.
Skyrim, the 10th game in the Elder Scrolls series, 5th main titled Elder Scrolls game, taking place 200 years after Oblivion. Last time I asked the question, what if Skyrim was good? I addressed basic mechanics, such as all the factions in the game. If you're just catching this series for the first time, I recommend going back.
Even after the last time left you diseased. When we give tribute to Sanguine, we give tribute to excess, and all the bliss that comes with it.
I see. That makes perfect sense. What does the Prince of Debauchery want with this guy?
To make him a tool of merriment, of course. Think of us all as a part of a single... Moons plummet from the sky, and seas will boil with such fury, they'll have to create a new divine to explain the phenomenon. Rabbits will forget how to fornicate, the clouds will forget how to rain, and Ragnar will find his head just to cover his ears.
There we go.
With a single ramp, poor Bothru can accomplish all these things, yet he can't bring himself to smile.
Let's see here. I must now rinse my eyes with healing potions after witnessing this debauchery. Oh, yes. That means more ale for the rest of us.
More ale, more food, more beautiful weather to enjoy? Looks like all the clouds are too busy circling Bothru's head.
What is a kinval exactly?
Well, Dromora have what you call a caste system, and what I call ancient history. But if you're curious, there's different levels of rank based on strength. At the bottom, you have your churls and caitiffs. At the top, your Markanaz and Vulcanaz. In the middle are Kinvul, Kinreeve, and Kinmarcher. Now, as far as mortals are concerned, the bottom tier are the ones most commonly summoned, because they're the easiest to bind. The top ones are the strongest, so they curry the most favor with Lord Dagon. But as you can clearly see, those of us in the middle are the handsomest of the three.
Handsomest of the three, so that's okay.
Try not to pass out before the real fun begins.
Orcish Warhammer or Blizzards, I'll take that. True Nature of the Orcs, Helgren's Tale, don't really care about any of that.
You came down the steps. What happened up there? How did you manage to survive?
Yes. Let's see, we had a little talk.
Talk. When Oblivion is he doing talking to people? What if you were Nord? We can't afford to let any of those snow apes loose. Come to think of it, you were up there for some time. So what exactly did Draven others tell you. Whatever it is, I'll have you know my conscience is clear.
Yep. Let's see here. Yeah. You really hate Nords, don't you?
I once offered a Nord 100 septims to smash 10 bottles of ale over his head. When he agreed, I smashed 9 and left without paying a single coin.
Wow. Okay.
I was at the Bee and Barb in Riften having a drink when I met a man by the name of Sam Guavine.
Sam
When I
Guavine.
told him of my plan to rid the world of snow apes, he offered to help. But first, he wanted to play a game. If I managed to solve his riddle, he told me, he would provide me with a powerful weapon to attain my goal. With nothing to lose, I accepted his challenge. In the end, the riddle proved rather easy to solve. What stands on 4 legs in the morning, 10 legs during the day, and is stood upon at night?
Oh my. Khajiit. Nice.
While knights often call for men to stand on chairs, it never has more than 4 legs.
Hold on.
No, the answer to the riddle is a dirty Khajiit thief.
Dirty Khajiit
It
thief.
crawls on all 4s as a kitty, stands on its toes as it attempts to steal your coin purse, and dies a worthless rug under your feet.
Wow.
Sam handed me a scroll. He said that if I used it, I could summon a bound Dremora to this realm for an indefinite amount of time. I wasn't sure if I believed him, but it wasn't something I could try in the middle of a crowded city, so I headed west to this watchtower. There were a couple of orc bandits guarding the entrance. I decided they would make a good test for my Dremora.
What happened next?
I'm not sure. I ran for cover as soon as I summoned him. I couldn't risk getting hit by a stray arrow. Instead, I waited for an hour and returned to find the orcs gone, no doubt dispatched by their Dremora. As for Dravos, I found him on the roof, celebrating his kill with a drink. I found it a bit suspicious, but it made no difference to me, so long as he killed the snow monkeys I sent upstairs. Only now am I starting to wonder.
Yes. To be honest, Dravos tried to kill me but escaped. Yep, I escaped.
No, this is a good thing. Perhaps Dravos has become better at distinguishing these golden-haired baboons from the rest of us mortals. We'll know soon enough the next time a Nord comes to visit.
Ha, that's funny. Alright, let's see. You must have had a really bad experience upon entering Skyrim.
My experience here in Skyrim has conformed precisely to my expectations. People who say the only difference between a Nord and a sack of manure is the sack. That is an unforgivable insult to manure. Crops grow from manure. It replenishes the soil. And when I drop a load of manure in a bucket, it's generally a pleasurable experience.
Manure has its uses.
Yes, it does. The Nords, meanwhile, are a blight on this land. Drum-beating savages whose existence we'd accept if they weren't so sodding noisy. No sooner did I arrive in Windhelm than one such ornery icebar told me to go back to Morrowind. Like all of the other horde-blowers that infest Skyrim, he was insistent this was Nordland. Of course, Nord arguments are won by whoever shouts the loudest, and this one clearly had me bested in that regard. You don't need a Dragonborn to tell me shouting is a frost monkey's greatest weapon.
I see. Let's see. I suppose that's as good a reason as any.
Of course. Now some of my Dunmer friends think I'm overreacting. They tell me not to condemn an entire race based on the actions of a single drunk. Well, that wasn't my first encounter with a snow licker. I've met Nords from Morrowind to High Rock. And in addition to their love of cold winters, smelly furs, and bad poetry, they all have one thing in common: a superiority complex.
It's true. It's true.
What's the difference between a Nord and a mud crab? The crab part. Ever hear the one about the Nord who requested to be buried at sea? His entire family died trying to dig his grave. What's the difference between a Nord and a... Yes, which is precisely why I do enjoy listening to their screams. They're quite raucous. Sometimes I think I hear 2 or 3 at the same time. Which is impossible, but such is the depth of their pain that it reverberates around the walls.
He's a true Ashlander. Remove the Norden was.
Farewell.
Yep. Well, we're heading out. That was something. This man is truly racist against Nords, and Killian can't fault him for that. So we're gonna save here. Yep. Let's go. He can't tell the difference between torture noises and party noises. It's true. It's true. He's a fool, but it's funny nonetheless. Oh, here's the place we need to go. Oh, hello. A skeevy creature.
That takes care of that.
I took its soul. That rat soul will power my weapons. Not right now, though. Dispose. Let's continue. Who are you?
As if Skyrim didn't have enough outsiders. Now we've got mercenaries from Hammerfell strutting about.
But I already killed them. Whatever. Hey, where's, this is the Nirnroot farm? This should be...
We could always use help picking crops if you need a few extra coins.
Yeah, I found this guy's remains.
I knew this day would eventually come. At least poor Sindarian died doing what he loved. His field research. I told the old fool he should take it easy, but he was too stubborn. Perhaps someday I'll continue where he left off. It's the least I can do, considering how much he did for me.
Good, good.
To work.
Now, I'd say I do really enjoy how casual at times like it is to play a racist character in the Elder Scrolls, because the races are functionally different from one another. So it makes sense the different cultures would despise each other, like the Dunmer and the Argonians, for example. ESO was just, what the hell were you thinking? But either way, yeah, the Nords especially hate the Dunmer, considering what they did to Wolfhearth in the old legends. The Devil of Dagoth betrayed him. Now, yeah, wholesome fantasy racism, exactly. Alright, what gear am I running? Well, first of all, I have the head of Saint Alicia, because, yeah, I killed her, the fragment of her in Cold Harbor, and, you know, decapitated her, and now she has a place in my belt. We have a legendary backpack, which increases your carry weight by 200, and also gives you random items at random intervals. I've got the Hands of the Atronach, which increases my resistance to all magic. I've got a monocle that does absolutely nothing. The hat lets me identify items from a distance if they are not harvestable items, but actually ones that are just sitting there. In theory, yeah, that squash, I should be able to identify it. For whatever reason, it's not functioning. Let's try taking off the hat and putting it back on. It should fix that. There we go. You see, now I can identify the item at a distance. So not harvestable things, but just things on the ground. It will identify them. It won't actually, I have to get close to be able to see what they actually do, but I can at least tell what they are from a distance. Either way, let's see here. Yes. Sorry, getting distracted by an idiot being an idiot. Greybeard Mantle allows me to shout more often. The pouches obviously increase my carry weight, and the Black Worm Coat increases or decreases my destruction skill cost. In addition, I'm using Set's Legs, which increase my damage with bows if sneaking. I move faster and can breathe underwater while swimming, and I actually gain a damage reduction buff while I'm running. Finally, I got the Warlock's Ring, which is the power of Cyrabane, rather. He is one of the Aldmiri gods. And in this case, it grants me magic absorption and healing powers. So, in addition to all that, I also...
Nothing but the same thing every day.
Yeah, every day. Who am I, Sothasil? Exactly. Exactly. Mechanical legs. But then I also have a little helmet that I put on. It looks ridiculous. Okay, so these are my alternate set of gear. It includes the Ritual Shroud of Boethia, which muffles my movements, so I can sneak very well. And then also, I've got the Adamantium Helm, which increases my Magicka regeneration, and health. So it's a really, really good item. But I usually just have the monocle on instead of the helm. They occupy the same slot. Okay, let's go to my, what do you call it? My Crucible. And get some Crimson Nirnroot. Specifically 30 of it. So I want to take 30. Leave the 4 in there.
One day I hope to become... Can you imagine how wonderful it would be to set what you
I have a lot to do around the farm, so make it quick, please.
There's a lot of Nirnroot here.
Actually, I'm growing it if you hadn't noticed. I'm the only person alive that can cultivate Nirnroot from a seed to a fully grown plant.
Mm-hmm. Did Sindarian teach you to grow Nirnroot?
Yes, he was an absolute genius when it came to the Nirnroot. Sindarian made it his life's work, developing all sorts of interesting concoctions.
Right. But I brought this Crimson Nirnroot for you.
You gathered quite a few of them, I see. I'll search through Sindarian's notes and find some more information about the Crimson Nirnroot and its properties.
Here you are.
Thank you. You've done alchemy a great service by helping to complete Sindarian's work. I'd like to give you this tome. It's one of Sindarian's greatest works. I believe you've more than earned it.
Good. Nirnroot missed some Sindarian's solidity. Okay. You seem quite exhausted, though.
Is it that obvious? I've got my hands full here. Between the farm chores, cultivating my supply of Nirnroot, and keeping a tight rein on my sister Adori, there's little time for rest.
I see.
Really? That would be a pleasant change. One of the ingredients I need to cultivate Nirnroot are Jazbay grapes. The acidic content of the juice is perfect for the soil. I need 20 of them for my current crop. Good luck finding those Jazbay grapes.
Alright, you're asking how many hours I've got? We're at 226 hours. I'm level 75. And we aren't anywhere near done. So, All right, we're going to go ahead and access my Crucible. I believe I have some Jazz Bay. I have 353 Jazz Bay grapes in my Crucible. So I am now overburdened.
We could always use help picking crops if you need a few extra coins.
Yeah, but how about this instead, Jazz Bay grapes?
Fantastic. I was concerned I had asked for too many, but I'm glad to see you proved me wrong. Let me at least give you something for your efforts. Finding all of these couldn't have been easy. Or cheap.
Or cheap. Love it. Okay, so I got some potions. That's neat.
I used to be. There isn't much time for that in my life anymore, I'm afraid. I actually owned a shop in Vivek City long ago, but I had to leave all that behind when the Red Mountain erupted. Perhaps someday I'll reopen a shop here in Skyrim.
How'd you and Sindarian meet?
When I was very young, I was sent to Skingrad in Cyrodiil to study with him. He was a strange Altmer. Paid more attention to his research than his own well-being. He lived in the basement of an inn, for goodness sakes.
How'd you end up in Skyrim?
Well, after I fled Morrowind during the eruption, I made my way here. My family had purchased this farm, and it's all we had left. Years later, Sindarian simply showed up at our doorstep asking to stay for a while. Said he was going to do field research. He stayed with us for decades. Became an uncle of sorts to Adori.
Then he left for Blackreach, I suppose.
One day he simply ran out to me in the field, excited that he'd made some sort of a breakthrough, and he was going to head out on another trip. He never returned. From the journal you discovered, I'm sure you know the rest.
Yep. You asked, how do you get vampirism in ESO without paying crowns? Alright, so how you get vampirism in ESO? Either, you know, you pay crowns to get automatically infected. That's option one. Option two is you get another player to bite you. They have to have finished the skill line completely. They have to be a max level vampire to do it. Then the other option, the final option, is you have to find a very specific type of vampire NPC, and you have to let them hit you, which will infect you with the disease. But it's very rare that you'll find that particular type of vampire, and even if you do find that type of vampire, then you have to get hit with them enough times without killing them by accident or dying in order to get infected. So it's grumble grumble, you know what I mean?
Visit again sometime.
Like, it's purposefully hard to get you to pay the crowns, because that's how they make their money. Recurrent income models, everybody. Alright, let's see what Sindarian's Splendor is. I believe it's a buff that I got. Here it is. There's a 25% chance creating a duplicate potion when using your alchemy skill. That's fine. That's pretty nice. Now, let's find...
This place is boring. Nothing but the same thing every day.
Yeah, stop talking in your Nord voice. Just shout in zone chat that you're looking for a bite. Yeah, well, they'll usually want you to want to trade you for it, or, you know, make you pay a certain amount. It's for the sense of pride and accomplishment, yes. It's nice what they did with ESO, Star Wars Battlefront. It's too little too late, but they finally are retooling the game to just work off of good old-fashioned, you know, normal progression system, and then they're adding cosmetics. Remember that thing where they said, no, like, we would never add cosmetics to the game? Can you imagine a pink Darth Vader? They said that, and now that's what's in the crates, are cosmetics. That's the hilarious part. Am I going to watch FLCL Seasons 2 and 3? Eventually. I enjoyed FLCL Season 1. Now, a lot of people give it a little more credit than it's worth, but it's still a good series. It's certainly certainly amusing, if nothing else. Yeah, I'm hungry and thirsty, so we're actually gonna have, wait, that's, damn it, I gave those to Joanne by accident. Well, we should have something here. I say that, nothing is edible. Like, I take everything. Oh my, I'll have a couple water bottles at least. And then Elena here. At the very least, we got some cooked venison. And no, we can't do a raw salmon fillet. We kind of need something decent. I'll have some farm bread. That should do it. Yeah, we're fine now. So that's good. Yeah, exactly. EA wants to get those residual payouts.
Sure. Is that Asura Star?
If you say to yourself, I'm going to go buy Star Wars Battlefront 2 now that it's been fixed, that's exactly what EA's hoping you'll do. That's the reason they did what they did. I'm going to be making a video about Somerset Isle for ESO. Yes, I will. Because I have no doubt someone will give me the ESO chapter. So I'll do my review on it like I did the rest of my reviews. I don't see why not. Abandoned camp. I hear bears. Yeah, you stay out of this other fight. Who are you, anyway?
All right. Hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
Walk away right now.
Well, I can see you're not one to be trifled with. Let this be a warning.
Just die. Yes. No, I just despise the newer stuff like Clockwork City. I think that the there are parts of the base game and parts of parts of the Morrowind chapter which were all right. I also think that the I was gonna say that the Orsinium DLC is rather good. I'm not talking about in terms of lore, I'm talking about in terms of gameplay. The Clockwork City is an abomination, and not only does it just do the equivalent of sexual assault to Dunmer lore, but it's just an awful setting. It's nothing like what you'd expect the Clockwork City to look like. And the raid bosses they added are just atrocious. Pretty much, I just despise it. To my What If Oblivion Was Good, followed by part 1 of Skyrim. Now, once again, I have to remind you all that this is subjective fan fiction because it's never going to happen. And for the rest of you who haven't been scared off so far, let's get going. Now, starting out Skyrim, we were introduced to the game via a cart scene, where we were actually able to look around. This is important because the cart scene set the tone for the game. And it was a shitty tone. I'm sorry. I understand what the developers were going for. They were trying to show off this snowy land, this harsh environment, these prisoners that were around you. They were all trying to set the stage for the game, and it freaking failed. So we're going to replace that scene with a cinematic sweeping down the mountain really quickly within a couple seconds into a window of Helgen Keep. You're going to wake up in a jail cell filled with Nord prisoners. We're talking about like a wide jail cell. The first thing you hear after you wake up is, "I've almost got them off," the horse thief says to Rolf as he gets Rolf's manacles off. So at this point, you only see Rolf and the horse thief with their manacles off. Everyone else is still bound. Rolf will walk right up to you and say, "You are unlucky to get caught up in this mess, friend. Where are you from?" And that will open up the character creation dialogue, where you'll be able to create your character fully. And he'll make a token remark, "Rolf's manacles off." So at this point, you only see Rolf and the horse thief with their manacles off. Everyone else is still bound. Rolf will walk right up to you and say, "You are unlucky to get caught up in this mess, friend. Where are you from?" And that will open up the character creation dialogue, where you'll be able to create your character fully. And he'll make a token remark about your race, nothing big. And as soon as he does that, the horse thief says, "Quiet, here comes the guard." And Rolf and the horse thief both pretend to have their arms behind their backs, as if they were bound. Now, a man is going to be escorted by Imperial guards past the cell into another room. He's going to be escorted very slowly, giving you plenty of time to figure out who he is. The man is wearing prisoner's rags, and he has an iron helmet hiding his face. There's going to be a pole running along his shoulders that basically his arms are bound to. So he's tied up to this pole, and then there's this helmet attached to it, so he can't see, he can't speak, he can't do shit. He can't even move his arms. The purpose of this slow escort is so that we can figure out who Ulfric Stormcloak is. First of all, we need to show off the difference between this guy and how you're being treated. You're all just put in a cell together. Ulfric Stormcloak, on the other hand, is a serious threat, and he's being taken seriously. The horse thief's gonna ask, "What's with the helmet?" And one of the Nords is gonna shout, "That's Ulfric Stormcloak." The horse thief is gonna ask, "Leader of the Stormcloaks?" And Rolf is going to interject with, "True High King of Skyrim and heir to the Empire of Tamriel." The horse thief will go, "Wait, what? He doesn't look like an Imperial to me." Looking all like awkward and stuff. Then some other Nord will say, "Not that Empire. They say Ulfric's got the dragon blood in his veins." So someone else is going to be like, "Well, I thought the Septums were all wiped out." "That's Uriel Septum's line, boy. Old Tiber Septum used to be Talos of Etmora. Ulfric's from that line." That exposition takes just long enough for Ulfric to disappear out of sight. The topic's done then. We've just established Ulfric's right to rule not only Skyrim, but the freaking Empire. This leaves us with a lot of unspoken questions, the main one being, if there was a Septum branch family, why wouldn't they have spoken up until now? And we're not going to address that right now, but we're going to keep that in the back of our minds for later. That exposition was just enough for us to get the fact that there's hope for the Empire in this savage era, even though we're all prisoners and we're all going to freaking die. Now, a group of Imperial soldiers comes out with their blades ready. They basically get escorted out to the execution grounds, and Ulfric's going to already be out there. Now, we're going to be upgrading Hadvar's status. He's going to be General Tullius's personal auxiliary. What does that mean? He's actually in charge of relations with Whiterun. You see, Hadvar, having lived in Riverwood to begin with, was the ideal candidate to basically restore relations with the Jarl of Whiterun. He's kind of like a liaison between all the local commanders and General Tullius. He's the go-to errand boy, basically. The guy who you became in the vanilla game. Hadvar's taking on that role. So the Stormcloaks are going to line up to get executed, and you're last in line. You get up there, and he goes, "You there, wait, you're not on the list. You notice the way he doesn't address the commander going, Captain, he's not on the list. He doesn't say that. He just makes it a statement as a matter of fact. Now give me a second to explain the sequence really quick. It's going to take a long time to explain because it's going to be on a per race basis basically. What we're doing here is we're customizing the player experience based on the race they picked. If you pick a Nord, which would be the default race, the commander will interject saying, forget the list. He goes to the block, at which point Hadvar will reply, General Tullius's orders, we need to secure relations with Whiterun. Executing an innocent could sour our relationship. I'll take responsibility. Guards, take him/her back to the cell. And so that's that. Now, if you're a High Elf, Wood Elf, or Khajiit, we can't afford an incident with the Aldmeri Dominion now. And then he'll, instead of talking to the commander of the guards, he'll turn to you and say, you'll be our guest until we can get someone. We need to secure relations with Whiterun. Executing the which would be the default race. The commander will interject, saying, forget the list. He goes to the block, at which point Hadvar will reply, General Tullius's orders, we need to secure relations with Whiterun. Executing an innocent could sour our relationship. I'll take responsibility. Guards, take him/her back to the cell. And so that's that. Now, if you're a High Elf, Wood Elf, or Khajiit, we can't afford an incident with the Aldmeri Dominion now. And then he'll, instead of talking to the commander of the guards, he'll turn to you and say, you'll be our guest until we can get someone from the Thalmor embassy out here to check out the situation. If the embassy doesn't vouch for you, you're gonna die anyway. They're basically just covering their bases at that point. So what we've done so far is we've changed the way the character player is treated to reflect the current political climate, because this is a military execution and it needs to be handled properly. You notice that inane commander is still there. She tried to send you to the block, but Hadvar, having a place of power, basically, you know, being Tullius's personal go-to guy, he's overruling the commander in this situation. So there'll be similar lines for Bretons or Imperials, but as for Argonians, Dark Elves, and Red Guards, they are just going to be straight up taken to the block. Hadvar ain't going to save your neck because he has no reason to. The Dark Elf nation is gone, has no power. The few Dark Elves that remain have sided with the Stormcloaks, if you remember the previous episode. Dark Elves are being heavily discriminated against in Imperial areas. Again, the reverse of vanilla Skyrim. So a quick recap. The Great Houses of Morrowind, buried in ash, killed by Argonians. Basically, the old Empire of Morrowind is gone. The living gods are no more. All we've got left is one or two houses that had to put aside their distrust for the Nords, their hatred for the Nords, in order to flat out survive. These refugees have built their own nation in Skyrim. Any more information, refer back to the previous episode. And because they've sided with the Stormcloaks, the Empire treats them like crap. Of course, the Empire neglecting them in their time of need was what started this whole mess in the first place. Now Argonians, since Argonia seceded from the Empire, they're basically doing their own thing in Blackmarsh. Nobody gives a crap about them. They're treated like second-class citizens because they have no political relations with the Empire anymore. And finally, Red Guards. Although the Empire did willingly release Hammerfell from the Empire, was that the weakness he was sensing? Probably. Tankard, a war axe. Understand our culture.
Air optics plus high.
In order to basically save it from the Thalmor, they don't have any official standing with the Empire. They aren't treated like valued allies at all. So they're, again, treated like crap. So these three races, they're going straight to the block. So you'll either be marched back toward the keep, or you'll be taken directly to the chopping block ahead of everybody else. If you're going to be executed, I helped free him. I got the armor of the old gods, and then I killed him afterward. It was delicious. Alright, we need minions.
What a sight.
What a sight indeed. Now. Yeah, that armor's better. That armor is much better than the golden armor he had before. Oh, my. Okay. Hold on a moment. Messing around with a couple things, and I have to Alt-Tab, and I've got like 4 messages here. Okay, give me a moment to poke at this here. Okay. That'll do it. We're gonna have to fight. The best way to fight, gonna summon a bound sword. Then we're going to... you know, it's funny because I used cheats too back when I was doing, you know, actually establishing the character builds and such. I understand why you'd want to use cheats in an Elder Scrolls game. Especially if you know, you're a kid, you don't know any better, number one. Or the game's just too hard, or you don't have enough time to play it, what with school and whatever other activities you got. I can see how that might be a problem. Yeah.
Never should have come here.
Okay. What I need to do now, then to cast Vanish. Okay. Need to recast invisibility. Good. Yeah. I'm invisible. You don't know where I am. We're done. Good.
Guess it's all clear now.
It is all clear now, trust me. That's fine. Invisibility it is. Used cheats to create NPC. Watching sneaking. Oh, so you made the NPCs fight each other, basically. That would duke it out. Makes sense. Forsworn looter. I mean, we could just stab her, but then we'd be watched by him. And I'm thinking she's not watching anybody, so we'll go for this pillager. You knew nothing. Okay. This'll do. Just need to...
You won't live.
Yes, I will. I will definitely live to see tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay. Just have to hide. We should be fine, in theory. Yeah, they're forgetting about us. They're looking, and we did it. So we'll bust this door open. Oh, the door opened on its own apparently. That's weird. Must have run off. I agree. I agree completely. They must have run off. Okay? Okay? Yeah. They must have run off. Good. We got him. And immediately hit with an arrow from behind. Instant dead. Instant death. Alright. Dark Brotherhood Resurrection. Can't say I played that too much. But yeah, the other guy found me, so... Well, not how I wanted to do it, but, I mean, we do have all the freedom in the world, so let's play this a little differently. First of all, minions, it's time for some Elven Supremacy. Rumarin, everybody, come on over. The enemy is right over that. You can see him right there. I'm going to summon an Elven demigod, known as Umarel the Unfeathered. He was half Aliad and half divine. I'm going to summon him right over there. Whoops. I'll summon him right over here. There we go. Okay, so Umarel's going to go in. In the meantime, I'm going to summon some Auroran Battle Lords up there. Have to sneak over. That'll do. Alright, so Umarel and 3 Auroran Battle Lords, plus us. We should be able to deal with this pretty easily. So, yeah, we're just going to take on the place, completely massacre it. Oh, I say that, and then I get shot with an arrow. This hurts a lot. Do Bosmer count as pure elf? Well, they've been changed. But if they abandon their ways and follow the Aldmeri Dominion, then I suppose Killian can respect them. Oh, trust me, I know it ends now. It ends now because you just got impaled by 15 flying swords and then got murdered by me. That is hilarious. Joanne's there, just kind of sitting there. Joanne, are you and Umaril fighting each other? No. Okay. Good. And you were worried about Cyrus's saber being game-breaking? Well, I was gonna say I'm level 75 at this point. I've got absolute power. I've got March of Oblivion and Covenant of Cold Harbor, along with Protect Your God. I mean, I've got a lot of top tier perks here. Just saying. We got Rend Resistances, Nullifier, Energy Royal, Spellblade. We kinda murder things. So, yes. I still remember slicing the Ebony Warrior's throat during the last playthrough. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and... where's the conjuration here? Alright. We're gonna do this again. Yeah. Umarel's here, along with the 3 Auroran Battle Lords. We summoned them up here. So they will be up on the battlements. Meanwhile, I'm bringing this Forsworn Forger over here with absolute power. You can see the absolute power did its job and the Forsworn is no more.
By destroying you.
But yeah, having the ability to summon a fragment of the original Umarel is rather neat. Sad. You're enjoying this Skyrim? Have fun. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm definitely having fun with this. I've gone really far. I need to put more of the episodes up on YouTube, but that'll probably wait till next week. Yep. Good, good. Got a looter here. He's trying to snipe me. He was so busy trying to snipe me that he just suddenly realized we're routed. good. Wait, are the Aurorans fighting Umarail? Ooh.
I'm going to enjoy it.
This is hilarious. A single Auroran can't beat us. I sliced through tons of them. Okay. That was funny. Let's flip this guy over. I said flip him over. Whoops. He does not want to be flipped. Alright, so you're supposed to be able to see the Briarheart in his chest. But if I take the Briarheart, he's supposed to be replaced with a different one. But because of the Better Males mod, doesn't do that. Makes me sad. It doesn't have the hole in his chest where the Briarheart used to be. Alright, Elena. Your time to shine. And by shine, I mean hold all the food. Alright, let's see here. What do I think about the Daggerfall Unity project? I talk about it frequently. I have the developer's feed on my Twitter, so whenever he posts something, you know, whenever he updates anything, I know about it. So that's where I get all my news for the project. So, you know, here's how it works. Someone learns something about the project. They come to tell me, have you heard about this? I'm like, yes, I saw it 2 days ago on my Twitter feed. And so that's how it usually works. Have I tried it? No, I have no desire to try it before it's ready. You can do the entire main quest, but it's still not done. And it won't be done for a while. So I'm looking forward to when it's functionally complete. In the meantime, we're going to have a chit-chat with Rumarin about his, about all the gear we've been picking up, because, you know, we need to be somewhat careful about that. About carrying too much junk, especially when he's got a big old backpack that'll hold all the things. Yes. Oh. Oblivion, I've done a lot of Oblivion in the past. I would say Oblivion is best done with Masker's Oblivion Overhaul. It reintroduces the climbing skill and a few other neat things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you kill the Emperor for less than this cloak is worth. Just saying. We're going to go check out that area. We found Hag's End, and we're going to need to kill the Hag Raven over there. But first, I'm going to check out a couple other areas here. You said you like Ascuros more? Well, you can use both if you want, but Ascuros misses several key features that are included. I think Ascuros has issues with the horrible difficulty system that Oblivion has. Ascuros compounds that and makes things extremely bullet spongy to where, you know, they can take far more damage than they reasonably should. And so you spend 15 minutes hacking at something. Yep. Yep. Good, good, good. Let's continue. So what about Maskers? Maskers doesn't exacerbate the problem at all. Let's see here. Yeah, Well, Hag's End it is. Let's go in. Your Morrowind in 1080p. Yes. Francesco's Oblivion. I've only used it with the FCOM package, and I find that Oblivion, it gets rather unstable when you put everything together and you've been the playthrough's been going on too long. That's the only issue. I'm backing up, letting them go first. Okay. I knew that Hagraven would just shoot fireballs. That's what Hagravens do. I think the Hagraven teleported away. Yeah. Good, 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 good. Everything flying all over the place. So much clutter everywhere. Oh my. Yeah, Nehrim takes place between Arctwind and Indoril. It's the middle of the story, more or less. It takes place in the world of Vin, just like the other two. Oh, come on.
God, these little bastards.
These little bastards are everywhere. Yeah, we need to move them. I believe with... I could have sworn I had the spell. Here it is. Okay, it is active. Good, good, good. Alright, so that one's dead. Got her cloak. Scroll of Firebolt. Love the... Ooh, crystal heavy gauntlets. Take those. Thank you very much. Along with the chitin boots. Yeah, those will go in the gallery for sure, the chitin boots. I don't think I've gotten chitin yet. Because I haven't been to a certain little place. So the hag is on top. Yep. You're gonna buy Oblivion? Yep. Makes sense to me. Oblivion's pretty fun. Again, it can have issues at times, but... Well, hello. That happened. Yeah, exactly. You get the Game of the Year Edition Deluxe of Oblivion, and it has all of the mods, especially Knights of the Nine. Knights of the Nine is what you get the deluxe version for. Trying to figure out where that ice rune is. Okay, let's summon something smaller, like a regular Dremora Lord. Summon those there. See, that's what it was. They ran over the frost runes that I couldn't shoot. Nothing after all. There's apparently a spider. Who's where? She's like, someone there? No. No one's there. Have to activate that trip wire there. Gotta disarm it. Good. Fortify two-handed potion. Little picture of a two-handed sword. Alright. Good. The Hagraven teleported again. So there's a ton of witches here. They each have a cloak, but nothing else of value. Taking that potion. Double checking that there's nothing in these ruined books that I may want. This is the exit to Hag's End, I think. That little lever there. Wow. She's going. She's probably right here, yep. She's destroyed. This is good. That's the spider. Alright. Let's see here. Fallout fanboys are playing Fallout 4 right now. Deep in the Creation Club content. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a lot of Creation Club content in your inventory. Oh, that's funny. Just some of the more simple mods that the 3D NPC author has made already have more material than all of the Creation Club combined. Good, good. This is a master lock. We're gonna have to break this open. That coin purse was hiding that trigger. It's too complex. I'm going to have to trigger it manually from here. Get out of my way. You know what? If you're going to get in my way...
What do you need?
I would like you to go over there and activate this. Please.
Can't do that. Sorry. Okay, got it.
Go over there. Take everything. Did she just take everything? Hold on. I think she took everything without triggering it. Winter hold Battle Mage's shield. Screw it. Yeah? Yeah, she got through that without triggering it. What the hell? That was something. A pretty face, yes. Hagraven teleported away again. Hag's End has just been a series of, it's just been a gauntlet of little battles with witches and, this damn Hagraven that keeps teleporting away. Gonna bust that open. You know for a fact that I bought all the Creation Club content. Yeah, I bought all the free content. Whenever they made stuff free and I actually had the game installed, which I don't right now. I will reinstall Fallout 4 soon-ish. But I think my real goal will be Fallout 3 New Vegas. A Tale of Two Wastelands. Like, that's what I'm waiting for right now. Excellent. Slow time. Deepwood Vale. Can't wait. Can't wait. Let's see. Good, good. We continue. What's the latest on the before Skyrim videos? When I feel like replaying Battlespire all the way through. That's when I feel like it. It might be a month from now. It might be a year from now. I don't know. That's just the problem there. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Ooh. That damn Hagraven. She sacrificed the witch. Is she dead now? Yeah, she's dead now. She's down there. No reason to go down there until we've... Yeah, Bloodthorn. Excellent. This is a special dagger. This is a relic. It belongs in the museum, everybody. Bloodthorn. Cool. Boss level chest. Has a Hafengar shield. Nothing really. And at least we got a card fortune. That's fine, I guess. Oh, it is actually the guy's shield. Never mind, it wasn't. Yeah, we need to go to Igmund and show off the shield. We're gonna hop down here. This piece of architecture. Use it to descend here. And loot the Hagraven. Which is just claws and feathers, apparently. But we're done. We are out of here. So, this was nice. We managed to successfully raid Hag's End for the first time in forever. Note to the Forsworn. Matriarch, we await your orders. Our blades are honed, quivers are full. A will stated for battle. Our time of waiting has ended. The time for battle is at hand, but you have yet to speak the word, and the occupiers shall fall like the wheat before the reaper. So in other words, that Hagraven controlled them. Executioner's double axe. This is a thing. Okay. We could give this to Joanne, but we've been having her use a bow for a while. I'm thinking we need to upgrade her to some kind of legendary bow or unique bow. I just can't think of any that I actually have in the gallery right now. They're fairly rare. Oh, we got a Ruby Claw Torque of Peerless Wielding. Interesting. One-handed attacks do 46% more damage. Hey, Rumarin. Actually, we'll give it to Elena. I know Elena's been using Dawnbreaker forever. It makes sense that we'd give her this. So, let's see here. Torque. Yes, yes. This Ruby Claw Torque of Peerless Wielding. Give her that. And I believe that it makes her not wield the Steel Beloved Thrall's Collar, which we'll take back from her. As long as she's wielding this torque. And the torque fits with the vampire armor, actually. I'm rather impressed by that. So, yeah. We've got her in the vampire armor. Got her that little torque there, which will increase the damage of her Dawnbreaker. And we'll give Joanne the Thrall's little thing-a-jigger here. Hold on. There it is. And, yeah, you can see the little top of the heart underneath the armor there. Okay. Well, either way, we're done. We're done. We're done with this place. Just double checking the area. Want to make sure I don't miss anything. Like this treasure chest, which had an ingot and some septums. Coin purse. Salt pile. Some peas. Check that tower over there. Or double check it, I should say. Take the cheese. Yep. Did I get the special boot? I didn't see any special boots up the waterfall. I did see the chest, though. We'll double check over there. There are no enemies to kill, so I can just run back up there. But, yeah, I was really hoping that there was something more to this area. And that might be it. So let's hippity hop on over and around. Up this way. Okay, so you set up on top of the waterfall. That's pretty easy to get to. Trollololol. Yeah, it's... Just want to hop up here really quick. Up and over. Okay, so this is the top area where the waterfall is. Ah. Okay. This'll do it. Don't know. Mithril. Nice. We got some mithril, at least. There's the chest. Predator's Grace. Let's see. Wearing makes you muffled, and stamina regenerates 1% faster. That's not great, but it belonged in a museum, at least. Bam. Alright, got 5 gold Elysius. Hide shield of dwindling flames. Looks like ranger armor, dust to dust, gravity sphere, antique sword. So nothing really there. I mean, I'm fine with having a new treasure item. That's good, at least. Happy about that. Very happy about that, actually. Alright. Let's continue. Yeah, exactly. Literally never run out of stamina. 1% faster. Absolutely. Okay. I'm just checking the area underneath here. This area reminds me of Winter Grasp in World of Warcraft. I remember I went under the bridge, and then there was like a little ledge you could sit up here, and you could fish underneath the bridge where people wouldn't bother you. Because if they saw you while you were in the main zone, they'd try to kill you. Because it was a player versus player zone. I love how I'm going at my swimming speed while I'm running. Or I was. The script is a bit slow, isn't it? There's some Nern root. And a dead troll. Nice. That's fine by me. Open up this chest. You said all games are rushed, but keep in mind something. You need to be very, careful when you say a game needs more time. Most games need 1 to 2 more years than they're given. However, if you give the developers unlimited time, feature creep will set in, and you will get something like Star Citizen, which is the largest asset library, the largest and most expensive asset library in the world, attached to a broken, nearly unplayable tech demo. Which, I really want Star Citizen to be something, but it may never be something. Blade Master, thanks for subscribing. But yeah, as I was gonna say, like, I really want it to be something, but I don't think, like, there's the ever-present potential Star Citizen will be nothing. And, you know, it'll have $100 million worth of art-generated assets, you know? Like ships and planets and star systems and space stations, all these things that are made and then never put in the game. Yes. Exactly. Ukulele was a game with nearly endless development time, and it still sucked. Ukulele had an identity crisis. Ukulele had the Banjo-Kazooie mentality, but then they made a bunch of weird design decisions trying to make it a little bit different, and those ruined it. Plus, the levels were boring. Look at Hat in Time if you want a version where the levels aren't boring. Okay, so yeah, we got to go back to Morthal, it looks like. But I don't really want to travel back through this ruin. I'm very lazy about that. So, let's do it the old-fashioned way, which is to use our compass. So, it's the most overly ambitious, in-depth, pay-to-win, early access tech demo that will ever exist. No, unfortunately, again, I love the idea of Star Citizen, but it isn't there yet, and after years of development time and countless millions of dollars, they've started investing in real estate using the money from the game. And I start questioning that. It's like, this is one of the most successful money laundering schemes in the world. One of the best money laundering schemes in the world. Let's see. No compass. Where did I put the compass? It's probably in the gallery. Damn it. Well then, looks like we're going on foot. You said the ukulele developer is a social justice warrior who cut JonTron for social justice reasons. Honestly, JonTron was kind of toxic to pretty much anything during that time. JonTron was on the record as saying some pretty stupid things. And I know he was in, how do I put this? He said those things. JonTron said those things with the best of intentions, but he didn't really think about what he was saying. And as a result, he was on the record as saying some of the really awkward and politically inconvenient things. So, as far as finding any kind of public support from the media and others, JonTron was like a bullet to the foot, having him be associated with the project at that time. I like the guy. No, I like him. I like his skits, but he should never get involved in politics, ever. He needs to stay out of it. He does not have the presence of mind to debate. He's a comedian, and he's good at being a comedian. But he just showed that he can't debate. It's just not in his skill set. He's incapable of it. And he comes out sounding like an idiot. Even more so than me. And keep in mind, I'm pretty high up there on the idiocy scale when it comes to debating. JonTron's worse. I hear Draugr. Yes. Like, what killed JonTron, or specifically public opinion against him, was he got into a debate with a guy named Destiny. This guy is famous, very famous for using underhanded, just underhanded debating tactics, things like that. He's not a nice person from what I've seen. And so knowing that, like, this is a not nice person who uses underhanded like tactics and stuff. Like, you need to understand who you're talking to before you have a public debate. I realized JonTron got on the horn with Sargon of Akkad, Boogie2988. They had Philip DeFranco in the background in one of their little talks. Philip DeFranco didn't actually talk about it; he just listened. But this got JonTron into the mindset that he can just hop on and have a good discussion. But you can only have a good discussion with like-minded people. When you start getting into
something unique.
When you start getting into adversarial debates, you need to do your research, or you're screwed.
Hi there.
Yep.
See you around.
This is where he's prospecting. Said the debate was a spur of the moment thing. Yeah, exactly. Spur of the moment debates are a terrible idea. Yes, you should have people challenge your convictions. However, if you are unwilling to budge from your current position and you're going up against someone who is very, again, like, uses underhanded tactics, pushes an agenda, doesn't actually aspire to learn from his opponent, that's not the type of person you want to go up against without doing significant amounts of research first. Not only on the topic at hand, which is something you need to do, but also on the other person.
Look, a cave. An exciting place to venture if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, a cave. You should go there. What's my opinion on Sargon? Sargon is, for the most part, irrelevant to what I do. And we're actually going to be... yeah, I was going to say there. How do I put this? There are a few things he's done which are interesting. But his, you know, his... what do you call it? His war. The war Sargon's fighting doesn't interest me at all. And so I'm just a guy who, unless his culture war starts affecting me personally, I want to stay as far away from it as possible, which is why politics are banned in this chat channel here. Keep that in mind. Ice Troll, draw blood, harvest ingredients, search, dispose of corpse. Anyone who you know, takes this, if you're not with me, you're against me mentality, then I'm against you. Because I'm not with anybody on the on these topics at the moment. So yeah. All right. Now, said everything is a bit self-inflicted. Yeah, we're not talking about that. The worst part of it is the dev was a dick. Yes, I will admit that. I'm just saying that JonTron was toxic. That's all.
Yes?
And we're gonna leave these militia people alone. Yep. Good. Yeah, my point is that from a business standpoint, JonTron is radioactive to be around. And it's not anybody's fault but his, unfortunately. And I love the guy's content, which makes it even worse because he can't produce as much of it anymore. You know, not like the partners he had started to disassociate themselves with him because, again, he's radioactive. So it's unfortunate. Now then, JonTron is a guy who makes YouTube videos. He used to be part of the Game Grumps back when they were the original Game Grumps, back before Dan and the others came in. He was paired up with Ego Raptor. Let's go.
All right, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
I don't have time for this.
Well, I can see you're not one to be trifled with. Let this be a warning to you.
No, he left Game Grumps a long time ago.
I yield!
Now then. Kip, is it? I'm like Kieph. Thanks for subscribing. Alrighty then. Yep. Statue to Meridia. Because we all love Meridia's temple. Bam. We're continuing. Oh crap. Those are some firebolts. That's a Breton. I'm staying out of this.
I'll kill you where you stand.
Okay. He's not dead yet. Get him. Get the Breton. Good. Unarmored dragon hide. So this is a dragon slayer. This bastard. We got him. Good, good. This works. We're heading back to Solitude. Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, I really have no reason to engage in those discussions, and if you make it a point to try to bring it up with me, I'll just ban you, because those topics don't affect me, and therefore I don't want to engage in them. Alright. Let's see here. Do the High Elves look down on Bretons for being impure? You mean those half-breed mongrels? Of course. No, Bretons are one of my favorite races, but you bet, like, Killian here would look down on those half-breed mongrels for being half-elf. Truly, truly inferior creatures. The fact that they're even connected to Shore or Lorcan, like, that's a problem. That is a problem. I mean, these are filthy monkeys.
Sure. Is that Azure a star?
As you can see, so. Now.
As if Skyrim didn't have enough outsiders. Now we've got mercenaries.
Baldur's Gate's a good game. The newer expansion packs for the enhanced edition are crap, and they should be burned in a fire. But the overall game of Baldur's Gate is a good one. How does you know what Azura Star looks like at a glance? From my backpack, where it isn't out and visible? Yeah, I know. You've been trying to force yourself to enjoy ESO, and that isn't happening. I can force myself...
Been tending to your hounds? Smell like a wet dog.
I can force myself to enjoy ESO if I'm playing with the right people at the time. But if you mean soloing, then no. I'd rather be playing... Well, I went over a list toward the beginning of the stream what I would rather be playing, so...
Hey,
right.
wanna play tag?
Hmm?
You have hundreds of lemons at home.
Speak.
Oh my! I remember we had 2 lemon trees at one of my former residences, and then my girlfriend at the time, now wife, came over with a huge bag of lemons from her tree, and it was just like, oh, what the hell do we do with all of these? And we gave them to the local church. That's what we ended up doing. Do you ever stream Warframe? Yes. Yes, I do. Just the answer is yes. I'll probably have a Warframe video out tomorrow. Alright, let's see here. Any specific reason for using the Legendary Edition? So the Special Edition has like 2 to 3 times the mods available. There are specific ones I wanted that weren't available in the Special Edition. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I mean, there are things you can make with lemons. Obviously, lemonade is pretty good. If you have a kid nearby who likes to do like a little lemonade stand, you can actually make homemade lemonade with it. And homemade lemonade tastes way better than regular lemonade, the ones that you buy, provided you have the right recipe. And just keep in mind, homemade lemonade will only stay good for about 3 to 4 days, assuming you're refrigerated, of course. Yeah, almost all the lemonade you get out at businesses and stuff is usually from concentrate. They won't admit it, but unless it's a high-end restaurant, it's going to be concentrate. So, yeah. What's sold as lemonade is slightly lemony sugar water half of the time. It's true.
How can I argue with that?
Oh.
Okay, just this once.
What time is it? I haven't seen
There's
the sky
plenty more
all
where that
day.
came from. Just give a holler.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything here.
I'm sure you've been to plenty of Dwemer ruins. They have scraps scattered all over the place. Most of it can melt down into Dwemer bronze ingots.
Ah, yes.
Fantastic, then.
Dwemer bronze ingots. All the ingots. Ingot good. Alright. We have to go down to Morthal now. I was about to call it Marthal. But I was gonna go see the guy in the Blue Palace. Let's go see the guy in the Blue Palace first, then head to Morthal. It's actually getting late, so let's go take a nap. We'll wake up, we'll eat, we'll drink, we'll head on out. So, we'll do that right now.